Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins. You're about to watch the 5th episode of EFB Insider, an inside look to Eagle football. The greatest thing about this show is that we get to see and meet and listen to the coach each and every week, inside the game. And more importantly, we get to hear from the athletes. We want to continue to do this show throughout the course of the year, all the way through league season and of course into the playoffs. We want your help and we need your help. If you'd like to support EFB Insider, please contact Corey Overton, our football operations expert here at Santa Margarita Catholic High School. Once again, if you'd like to come out and be a part of EFB as a sponsor, as some type of supporter for what we do so we can continue this great program, please contact Corey Overton and enjoy this episode of EFB Insider. Have put together back-to-back wins. They're coming off a victory over Nolan Catholic of Texas, an important step forward in doing the little things. Coach Rouz will reflect on the Eagles' win and will set the stage for Los Alamitos. We'll have that. Plus joining me will be Jelani Leva and Levar Talley. This is EFB Insider. I'm Paul Higgins, and all the action starts right now. Coach, I always like to start off on a light note, right?
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, I'm curious, favorite food?
Thai food.
Thai
Easy.
food.
So one of the coolest things that I got to experience growing up was my family had a lot of foreign exchange students. And so we had all these different people that lived with us from different countries. And we had, in Grand Junction, Colorado, we lived there. And in 3rd grade, there was a whole influx of Thai foreign exchange students, and one person lived with us for an entire year, and so then we became like the Thai consulate of Grand Junction. And the only rule was you had to make Thai food. So I've been eating Thai food since I was 8, and that's by far my favorite food.
So sriracha sauce is nothing to you?
No, nothing at all.
Yeah. I'm with you. I love spicy hot food. One other question before we talk football and really get this thing underway is I'm curious, favorite sports movie?
Favorite sports movie?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Man, there's so many that I like.
Yeah.
Above the Rim, Remember the Titans, Any Given Sunday, Friday Night Lights. I don't really have like one that's just like a given. Oh, no, I take it back. Mighty Ducks 2.
Okay.
Mighty Ducks 2 by far. I watched that growing up like every night before I went to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go now?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay, so look, you had just a fantastic showcase on Saturday.
Yeah.
You beat Nolan Catholic 31-13. You moved to 3-1. Now you're getting ready to take on Los Alamitos, who you and I were just talking about off camera. What were you pleased about on Saturday? Because everything seemed to work in your favor. You stopped their run. You scored when you had to.
Physicality. We were physical. They had some really good D linemen, guys that were Power 5 athletes, and they played well. Our O-line was super physical at the point of attack. Hat in hands, driving guys off the ball, guys stepping up. Defensive line was really good. I thought Coach Dye made a great adjustment to get into some 3 down, so that hero was right over the center.
Yeah.
I think that affected the snaps pretty seriously, so put us in a good advantage, so that was great. You're seeing Jackson Potter continuously progress and get better. We started breaking some tackles. That's been something that we've been emphasizing in practice with our skill guys and getting guys down. We were strong in the 3rd quarter. I think that was really important for us. Coming out of halftime, we've been doing some adjustments in practice to help us reset and to get back and get the energy rolling. So all in all, it was our best game, and we were happy about that.
Did you feel like you were playing a team from Texas?
I mean, I've never played a team from Texas, so I wouldn't know really any difference. They were well coached. They played hard. They had some big boys. I think we just had the right matchup advantages against them, especially at D-line to O-line and then quarterback play. I think we were superior there, but yeah, they did a good job.
Well, we talked about going into that game was their running game, and you stop the running game, and then they're going to have to come out and pass at some point, right? But you really had control of that second half, like you said. You probably could have even scored more.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that at halftime, where it's about building a program. And for us, it's not about putting points on the scoreboard and having a high margin of victory or having a shutout per se.
Yeah.
If it happens, great. If we score a lot, great. But most importantly, it's about giving the whole program an opportunity to get better, kids to get in the game. For us, staying healthy is of a high premium. So whatever it is, it's really about how we do things and why we do things, way more than the what that looks at the scoreboard. So, you know, there's no style points. It's about winning the game at the end of the day, whether you win by 100 or you win by 1. So we were really happy with that.
Speaking of scoring, the team you're about to play, Los Alamitos, they're 4-0, and they have put some points up on the board. Let me just really quickly say this. Bakersfield, they won 65-18. Lincoln out of San Diego, 21-17. That was a close one. They beat Paramount, which was a really good school at one point, beat them 50-0. And then Buchanan, 34-3. So they're scoring points. What makes you nervous about this team, if anything? If as a coach, I don't know if you're nervous ever, but your perspective on going into this one.
Sure. They're extremely explosive. The quarterback is the real deal. He can make every throw. He can make it off platform. His release is extremely quick. He has guys on the edges that can go vertical and can take the top off easily, and he can get them the ball. They like to make those plays happen. They have some guys inside that do well, and the running back is strong. So you just have to be able to minimize the explosives. But then also, this is going to be a lot like a boxing match. You're going to get hit.
Yeah.
It's how you're going to respond.
Yeah.
How you're going to respond. How are we going to have a short memory? We're going to be playing in a great environment. I know Los Al travels really well. It's our homecoming. So we're really excited about that. But we've talked all week about just staying in the moment, just focusing. Focus. Let the pads talk.
And this is the 5th and final game of preseason before you get into league. You have a bye the week after this game. Really kind of get you healthy again, if anything, you know, those injuries that have been kind of lingering, give some time. Main objective, lastly, Coach, as a coaching staff, as you prepare and you play this game on Friday night?
Doing the little things, winning because we're in better condition, we're mentally fit, we can execute. All the little things, playing with great pace, this will be the epitome of our whole concept and strategy about how we've looked at the season, what we're going to do, what our edges will be. And so we're really excited to put that on display. Playing against a great opponent that's really well coached.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you, Coach. I know it's homecoming.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement in the air. Congratulations on the 3-1 record so far, and I know you're going to do great things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, junior left tackle Jelani Leva. He's one of the unsung heroes on the offensive line, and he's okay with that. You're watching EFB Insider. I'm Paul Higgins, and we'll be right back.
EFB Insider with Paul J. Higgins is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Reach your peak at Mountain Mike's Pizza in Rancho Santa Margarita. Eagles, listen up. Flock to Mountain Mike's Pizza every Wednesday as 20% of the sales are donated to Santa Margarita High School. Mountain Mike's Pizza, proud supporter of Eagles football and EFB Insider.
Jelani, it's good that you and I are seated because how tall are you?
Like I say I'm 6'4", but realistically I'm like 6'3".
6'3", that's still pretty good, right? So you're a junior, you and I were just talking about, this is your 3rd year playing varsity football. How much are you enjoying this season now?
You know, it's been a long track race, you know, more like a marathon to be honest. But it's been fun, you know, being a leader now, like in my junior year. I think I've really like connected with the freshmen and all that. So it's been a fun ride. So
if you were to put my son and you know Braden plays my son. Yeah. So he's one of the littlest guys on the team. Does he have a shot?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's not the size of the dog.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the fight in the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming off of just a great win the other day, how fun was that playing at that stadium at 4:00 in the afternoon? Was that a little strange?
It was hot.
Yeah, it was definitely hot.
You know, I was drenched like during warm-ups, but yeah, it was fun. Good environment. Texas brought out what they could, but we had a business.
So, I was curious. I asked Coach, I said, did it feel like you were playing a Texas team? And he goes, I don't know what that feels like. For you as players out there in the grid of it all, did it feel like you were playing a team from another state?
Not really. We play the best athletes around,
Yeah.
so they had some good athletes out there. Other than that, it felt the same.
What were you most impressed with your performance and your side of the ball?
Jackson's sling it. He did really well. I was proud of our running backs. They hit the holes. We created them, but it's the job to find them. But overall, it was like a perfect game, to be honest.
So does it get you mad when you hear people talk about announcers or whatever, talk about skilled players, like the quarterback, the wide receivers, the running back, those guys as skilled players, when you guys are in the trenches every single play, which takes a heck of a lot of skill?
Yeah, no, it's kind of what you sign up for when you become an O lineman or a D lineman, to be honest.
So you're a different breed?
Yeah, we don't take any credit. It is what it is, but it's a fun out there.
Yeah. Tell me about that battle that you go through, that physical battle. You were just talking about, I asked you if you were doing any field events in track and field this past spring, and you said, I was pretty beat up at that time. You guys do go through a lot of punishment.
Yeah, we're getting hit every play. I got to wear knee braces because freshman year, I messed up my knees really bad.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's tough.
Yeah.
But we get through it.
So what does your coach say to you guys when you guys come off the field and you immediately watch video, you're immediately going over things? I've captured that many times on the sidelines. Tell me about that moment when you come off the field, whether it's a good series or a bad series.
If it's a bad series, you walk off the field kind of sluggish, not wanting to get over there. You messed up. If it's a good series, he's our coach doesn't really praise things until after the game.
Okay.
So we just work on our mistakes during the game.
So he coaches and you guys play at the moment.
Yeah.
And
then after the game, we can get all the praise we want.
yeah. Now, why high school football for you? Why did you choose this sport? And I ask sometimes, did this sport choose you?
I would say it's like a family thing, definitely. My brother played football. My sister was a cheerleader growing up, and my cousin actually played at Mater Dei. He was he won MVP actually one of the years. And then I just felt like football was for me. I was a big kid.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Now, aspirations for college. Big year next year for a senior.
Yeah, big year. Big year this year, to be honest.
Yeah. But,
I'll play anywhere too.
So you do want to play in college?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned, before I let you go, you mentioned freshmen. And what kind of advice do you give those freshmen, young men that are coming in that eventually will fill your spot when you graduate?
I think it's work off the field, in the classroom and in the weight rooms, to be honest. Freshman year, I was weak, and it was shown on tape. And then mentally, I was weak because my grades were falling. And then I think sophomore year, I really got the swing of things.
Yeah.
So I would advise the freshmen to start earlier.
Yeah, start early. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, you're great at what you do, and you guys are in the moment right now for sure going into Los Al. Good luck. Enjoy homecoming. Enjoy the night, and enjoy the season.
Thank you.
Great job.
The defense of the Eagles have stepped up their game. Part of the equation is sophomore Levar Talley. He's next on EFB Insider.
EFB Insider with Paul J. Higgins is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Reach your peak at Mountain Mike's Pizza in Rancho Santa Margarita. Eagles, listen up. Flock to Mountain Mike's Pizza every Wednesday as 20% of the sales are donated to Santa Margarita High School. Mountain Mike's Pizza, proud supporter of Eagles football and EFB Insider.
So, LaVar, I thought I was going to like you when you sat down, but you're an Eagles fan. And not the Eagles we're talking about Santa Margarita. We're talking about Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, well, I'm born and raised in Philadelphia, and
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Well, we got something in common because I was born and raised in Washington, D.C., so grew up a Redskins fan, Washington football team fan right now.
Yeah.
But, hey, your team got off to a good start.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, so we'll see you somewhere in the NFC East. Yeah. So, Coach said that you just have a great personality, that you enjoy playing football. Tell me about that. What how enjoyable is this game for you?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank God for my great opportunity to come here and these gifts that I have. And mostly just like the game of football, I just like the contact of the sport. And mostly I just want to have like a reason to why my parents don't have to work like a day of their life. So when I do make it, they don't have to worry about like bills, don't have to worry about the mortgage or anything like that.
Right.
So usually there's a reason behind why I play football, but I just really just love playing it.
Yeah, yeah. And I was just asking you about your elective. Your elective is Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you change your elective, you can come into our TV broadcast
Yeah, I'm
program.
going to do that.
Perfect.
For sure.
Because you'd be great. You'd be a great host for Eagle TV 2.0, man. So you have just a fantastic game coming off that Nolan Catholic game. And then you and I were just talking about St. Augustine was another good game for you. You've got Los Al, but let's focus on Nolan Catholic. That was a big game. A lot of anticipation going into that game. Were they what you expected? Did you perform as a team how you guys expected?
Well, mostly it was just a team effort. So, like, we executed the inside run, and on offense they did their job on there. And mostly the play calls was just perfect. And then with Texas, I didn't really think there was a good Texas team, but like still it was a pretty good school.
Right.
We're not going to knock on them. They came in hard, and we came in harder.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's a good point. You guys did. And I know it must have been brutal for them to get on a plane 2 hours after that and go back to Texas. And I know they scored a couple late touchdowns. But you guys, I was just talking about Coach, you guys could have scored more.
Yeah.
But he said it's not about the score. It's of course we want to win, but there's the little things that we want to do. How are the little things with you, and what are those little things that you're working on inside your game?
Oh, well, mostly is working on my technique with my hands. So like when I go against a lineman, I know exactly what they're going to do, and how to like counter it and all that.
Sure.
And mostly with the little things I have is like getting the ball off quick, and where he's going to pass set, where he's going to go to, is he going to do a down block type. So I have all those things in my head and how I can counter that.
Right.
And mostly those little things will help me proceed to be better and better each day.
Right.
And the coaches see it, and I see it in myself, so I just need to keep on progressing on that.
If Coach came to you and said, hey, I know where you're at and what you're doing, do you want to play another position? If he ever did that, or if that ever entered your mind, what position would that be?
Probably tight end.
Okay.
Probably tight end. Well, if Coach ever said that to me, I will play in any position to help the team win.
Right.
So
your thoughts, you guys go into Los Al. I know you're only a sophomore. It's homecoming. It's a big game for your seniors. Tell me your thoughts, because one day you're going to be a senior.
Well, mostly I don't want to like knock on the seniors like Hero and Killian, because they've been working pretty hard to get where they at right now, and it feels like with me and the rest of the team, we don't want to let them down.
Yeah. And
since this is our last year playing high school football, we're trying to make it just the best experience for us and for them.
So this team is really a team/family that I've recognized. Do you feel that even as young as you are?
Yeah. Like as soon as I came to this program, like it was just came in with all arms and said, welcome to the family.
Yeah. Well, you're a great young man, and I know that you're going to do some great things, as I mentioned a little while ago to Jalani, and I know that this is a big game coming up. Then you have a bye, and then you get ready for Trinity League. So good luck to you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. That was awesome.